Turn live. There's a live video there. There's a live video there. I said on Instagram, guys, that I would go live on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So here we are. This camera, this camera, this camera. YouTube live here and Facebook live here. So pretty much it's a Monday tee off like usual. And we're just going to have a little bit of a chat, and I'm going to throw some questions your way as well. So welcome, Monday tee off. Just me, as you can see, there's me as well, Jamie's dad, there's me, for anybody else who's looking. I don't know if any comments are going to come through here, hopefully they do. Lewis Cornford is watching, hello Lewis Cornford. Nathan Taylor, Nick Taylor, sorry, great for golf, good win. Morning David on YouTube. So pretty much, guys, just wanted to have a little bit of a chat about what's coming up and what has been, and you know, what all that sort of stuff. So today we were meant to do Pelican Waters, to then come out the week of the Queensland Open, which is the week after. So right now is Monday, and we've had the Queensland PGA pre-chop on at Toowoomba. So pretty much this week, starting Thursday, if you wish to go up there to Toowoomba, I would go up to Toowoomba and watch basically. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week, we've got Queensland PGA, and then the week after that we have Queensland Open, which is new, and it's it's gone from Brisbane to Pelican Waters, so that would be a good one. So we're still trying to organise to do something at Pelican. It's very difficult because of all this rain. So out my window now, it's not raining just yet, but we've had hundreds of mil of rain, and it's very, very difficult to get on and play some golf. So the Parkwood vlog that was just on, we done that about a month ago, Richie and I, and we spent a whole day down there. So from 7 o'clock till about 7 o'clock at night. So a good 12-hour day, eating, playing golf on the golf course, playing golf in the simulators, and yeah, just spending some time down there talking to Luke and all the plans that they've got down there. So there's a whole lot going on down at Parkwood. It's scary how good that place is, and it's only going to get even better as well. So golf course down there I think is very underrated, and it'd be interesting to see what people on the other side of the camera think. Personally think that Parkwood is very underrated because we've got so many great golf courses. Like just down the road you got Arundel, and Arundel's amazing, so you get sort of left behind. Parkwood does. It's sort of a next step down. G'day Dave, how are you, mate? It just doesn't seem to get enough kudos. Basically, it's a very solid golf course. Two great finishing holes, the 9th and the 18th, very, very good. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what you guys have to say about Parkwood. I think it just doesn't get as big a rap as what it really should, especially with what's going on there as well. Look, I don't see any messages coming through here, so I'd be very interested to see why, but that's all right. If anybody's watching on Facebook, can you type in messages? I'm not too sure. I just see people popping up and then not. So anyway, all good. Hopefully we do. Jackson Jones on YouTube saying Parkwood is underrated. Yeah, look, it's difficult because down there you've got so many great tracks. What do we got? Brad Bell messages. Beautiful, awesome. So I just think it's very difficult in that regard. That down the coast you've got, well, any golf course down the coast is brilliant. I don't think there's a bad golf course. Even I think Carrara is pretty damn good. So yeah, there you go. Pretty much just want to have a little bit of a chat. There's a few different things. Bios, g'day Al. All right, so there is some messages going on. Sorry guys, I'm just going to try to figure out why it's not. It's going this way. See, so everybody's watching everybody. Say g'day to everybody here. There you go. There's YouTube. There's Facebook. It's all happening. I just want to spin this around. Why can't I spin this around? Sorry, this is looking terrible. Spin. Wow, so it wants me to record this way. I don't like that. That's terrible. Alright. Maybe I'm just going to have to somehow attach it to this bad boy. Ryan Reed on YouTube. Get down there. It's a solid golf course. All right, this might work if it doesn't fall off. All right, beautiful. Yeah, I think Parkwood, like I said, just gets left behind. But anyway, like that was before the rains. Parkwood's sort of been underwater, along with pretty much every golf course down the coast. And like I said, today we were meant to play Pelican Waters up the coast, and it's had hundreds of mil as well. So it's very difficult to get on. So I hope for next week, as we're filming this, so next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is Queensland Open, and that's at Pelican Waters. So get there this week. So this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday coming is City Golf Club Toowoomba for the Queensland PGA. So get up there as well. And that's what we were going to film Pelican for today. If we could have got on, it would have been really good, because then we could have put it out the week of. And yeah, but we just haven't. So anyway, what we've got coming up is Boonah. So we went out there last week, and as you'll see by the end of it, there was some rain, and this was sort of the start of the rain. So this rain has sort of gone for at least a handful of days, and it's sort of nice to see it. It really is. It is great to see it, because at the end of the day, we need rain. We need it. So nothing against the rain whatsoever. Happy to see more of it. It's just, it would be nice to have gotten out today to do a vlog, but it just so happens to be the case that we didn't. Oh, we're falling. Camera gear. How are we? I see Jake Newbury's watching on old Facey over here. Jake, let's have a hit tomorrow, maybe 9 holes or something at Vic Park if you are free. So, questions I have for people on the other side of this camera. Hello, Matt Curley, how are you? People I have on the other side of this camera. What are the thoughts of the USGA's distance report? I'd be very interested to see what you guys think. I hear a lot of reports. I'll hear a lot of people debating whether we bring the golf ball back a little bit. What do we do? I'm sort of on the side a little bit of Phil about the guys being athletes, and I think this is where, yes, the golf ball's going further. It's definitely been sort of continuing to go further to a point. You got to remember that to about 2000, I think that's where there was a massive spike, and that's with the golf ball, massive change, and then everybody sort of gained from there over the coming years. Yeah, a little bit of a driver change as well, but guys are becoming more athletes. They're becoming more athletic. They're becoming stronger. Their swing, the clubhead speeds are definitely getting quicker on average. You know, the quickest of the quickest are probably not much quicker, but it's definitely getting faster in regards to the average. And it was almost like when Greg Norman was probably the best driver of the Persimmon block. Then everybody started to catch up a little bit when you started to go to steelheads and what have you. But golf balls, I think, are certainly a part of it. But talk, questions and messages would be great. 18 people watching, only 2 thumbs up. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, would be great. Jake, hopefully it dries out for you guys. Brad, look, it is great to see it raining. Aaron Anthony on Facebook, have you played the new Brook 9 at Nudgee yet? Today, this morning, 6:30 a.m, we were supposed to go out and play at Nudgee, the new couple of holes, but we didn't. Because it's underwater, so pretty much everywhere is underwater. Now, I see Jake has just answered a question here. Now, this is, some people are saying this. Marcus Lancaster, Future Golf, g'day. I want to ask Jake a question. Says they get easy, make the courses longer. Are you being serious, or is it a little bit of a dig at some other people? Because making the courses longer would work, but then those that don't hit it so far, then what happens? So we've got to look at it from the PGA Tour and all that sort of stuff. Yes, the guys are going to hit it further. Average is going up a little bit, but the guys are getting faster and stronger. But what about the average guys on the other side of the camera, right? I think it's something like the average is, 200 odd meters with a driver. So that sits Richo above average. And I'm not saying Richo's short, but certainly, what are you going to do? Do we need to make the golf courses further? You make the golf courses further, potentially makes it harder. This is a thing. Land, so Jake's gone just on the PGA Tour. Personally, it's a hard one, because I don't mind seeing a split from amateurs to the PGA Tour. I sort of think that amateurs should get a little bit more help, maybe shorter courses. At the end of the day, making the game a little easier. But then what happens when they step up to elite amateur stuff or even professional ranks? So I don't know. I don't think there's a clear-cut answer. I'd be very interested. Maybe some PGA members who are potentially watching, I'd be very interested to sort of see what you guys think, because I think it works both ways. You want the game to be enjoyable for everybody. You want more people to play it. If the games are going to take 6 hours, then less people are going to play it. I personally think that shorter courses are not a bad thing. I think less holes is not a bad thing as well. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Make the tee shots more demanding. Yeah, Jake, I'd agree. Probably one thing that the Australian courses, especially sort of down in the Melbourne area with bunker placements and stuff like that, and links types of golf courses, I think that makes a big difference. But then you're always going to have people that are going to hit it a mile. And this is the thing, you're always going to have people who hit it further than others. So I don't know where that is. I know Warren Austin's jumping in. So Warren Austin, if you're watching, what are your thoughts on the distance report? How can we change it, if anything? Does it need to be changed? What's Chris Beckett, PGA member. Risk reward, set more bunkers in landing zones. See, that is something that I agree with. Now, at what distance do we do that at? Because we've all got to remember that we all hit it longer and shorter, and even if the ball was dialed back, you're still going to have a long and short of it. So I'm liking this. We've got more guys talking. I like it. And people that are watching this, comment with each other. Go back and forwards. Like, at the end of the day, discussion is going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to answer a couple of questions on YouTube here if I can. What do we got here? Golf course is underrated. Ryan, get down to Parkwood. It is very, very solid. There's so many underrated golf courses around, but Sam Mackay, how good is the rain? Yes, it's brilliant. You're probably right. I probably do have it switched off. What golf courses do you think are underrated? Definitely Parkwood down the coast. I think almost every golf course down the coast that isn't a resort course is underrated. I really think that, look, you've got almost every golf course down there, which is brilliant. Dial back the ball, like Jack said. First two, Pro V1. Certainly the ball's made a big difference. Like, that's yeah. It's a big difference. So Matt Dumble, my average is 250, 260 off the tee, about 30 to 40 meters further than average. Yeah, like you would be probably on that 30 to 40 meters further on average, Matt. Age thing is weird to me, guys. My age tend to get 240. So this is where it is. So I've seen plenty of guys that hit it near 300 meters and they're older. Does that mean, what do we do there, right? So at the end of the day, it's a hard one. Let's go to Facebook. What do we got going on here? SEQ golf photos. So how do golf designers make their courses? For one tournament year, professionals, or for amateurs who play the golf course more? And that's the thing. This is like, where is it? Like, to me, more tee blocks is going to certainly help the situation. Design a golf course for potentially tournament play and then have people playing off respective tee blocks. Everybody wants to play off tee blocks that for some reason are way back. So I don't know. I like playing some tee blocks that are forward. Take driver away, make 3 wood the new driver for the pros. Marcus, look, why not? Look, at the end of the day, I like Chris Beckett there. Risk reward, that is certainly something there, which is a big thing. Dave Lawrence, what do we got? Ball speeds from drivers' equipment, indeed, with the newer tech. But agreed, the elite golfers are definitely more athletic. Main courses longer for the club players. Will take time. We'll just make it longer, yeah. And that's the thing. This is where, no matter how we get to this sort of end result, whatever it's going to be, and I don't know where it's going to be just yet, is if you make it longer for the average Saturday comp, especially if you've got 180 plus people, it's just going to make the round so long. We don't need that, right? Like, nobody needs that. I think more 6-hole, 12-hole, 18-hole comps are needed. I think courses that maybe go out 3, come back 3, and then so you got six out and in, or getting it to come back. It allows you to have that sort of flexibility of being able to play a 6-hole, 12-hole, 18-hole course or comps. Something like that is needed. Making it longer is not necessarily the way to go. Lack of land makes it harder to extend. Brad Bell, I agree. And at the end of the day, Vic Park is almost going to be a prime example of that, right? Hello, Harrison. What are you doing? You can have it, mate. Go grab a seat. So certainly having the land, which we have at Vic Park, it's going to get taken away because the golf course is undervalued, it doesn't get used, and other people can utilise it more. You got to remember that golf is a small part of the landscape out there. It takes up a lot of land for not much really. This is where it's hard. I love the game, and everybody on the other side of this camera I hope does too. Make the courses harder, not longer. Place bunkers harder, greens narrower, fairways. Keith Harding, that's probably about right. Now, we played Canungra. Canungra has such small greens. It's not a very long course, but it's not overly short. Pardon me, the greens are so small. So yes, making greens smaller, tabletops and all that stuff. But again, you make it too hard and people hate it. Then don't take up the game and don't play it. So I don't think there's a clear-cut answer. I think it's great that we're going to have a discussion. Hopefully people who can make a decision listen. Actually, maybe Richard Chamberlain. Richard Chamberlain usually follows the channel. I would be interested to see what Richard has to say. Richard is a golf course architect. I'd be very interested to see if Richard watches this at some stage. Comment please, mate. I'd be very interested to see what you say. So I've got a lot of PGA members saying make it a little harder for landing areas, make it a little narrower in certain spots, but don't make it so penalising for the average golfer off maybe the forward tees or, you know, yeah. This is the hard part. Like you could have a 5 handicapper who hits at 200 meters and you could have an 18 handicapper who hits at 300 meters. I don't know. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. Do we just accept the fact that the new norms and the tournaments are going to be won at 20 under? Maybe. Lots of PGA members watching now. Pat Hatton, Craig Goodall, Shannon Johansson is there. Look, I'd just be interested to see what other people have to say because I'm not right and you're not right. It's just, what do we do? More tee blocks for me is a big thing. I think more tee blocks is the answer. I think the stigma of playing off shorter tee blocks needs to change. That's my opinion. More 9-hole comps are needed for quicker rounds, basically. But again, I'm just one idiot. So, you know, have your say. This is live. Hopefully when people watch it afterwards, put comments below. When people watch this after, put comments below. Please. Tech and athletic ability continues to progress. Do we see a trend of non-conventional, shorter technical courses taking out the long tee shots? I think in Australia, sorry, main question, Shannon, is the distance report. What are your thoughts on it? How do we change it? I mean, I know they're talking about that it's getting out of hand. I don't necessarily think it's getting out of hand. I just don't think it needs to go much further. I think, as we see from most of these manufacturers, they're not really getting much longer. And how have they gotten longer? They haven't really gotten longer from a ball speed perspective. They've gotten longer from a ball speed across the face. So the average is getting longer. Not the longest of the long. I don't really think that that's really got longer. It's more the fact that we've got longer as an average. And I think for amateurs is not a bad thing. And that's not a bad thing at all. Sorry. I see that my face is not being seen. Not that people need to see it. I will just move this back a little tiny bit if I can. Sorry. Yeah, that'll sort of do for a little bit. But yeah, that's the question. I'd just be sort of interested to see what people have to say. But anyway, thanks for everybody who's watching for now. Being long off the tee, it doesn't always mean you're going to win. That's right, Jake. It doesn't mean you're always going to win, and you still got to play good golf. And I still think that that's still going to be part of the game. The longest hitters don't always win. Shannon, you're correct. How many of the longest hitters are in the top 10 in the world, Shannon? I can't look. I'm doing this. If you could look at that, I'd be interested because I think that some of the longer hitters on average are certainly up there from a distance standpoint. So I think that's sort of, yeah. What's going on, boy? Did you eat them all? Okay. Okay. So I don't think there's a. Give me a sec. Thanks, Shane. That'll be very interesting to see because I think a lot of the longest hitters on tour are going to be somewhere near the top 10. So you still got to put the ball in the hole. I completely understand. But the closer you get, the better. But making the courses longer, I don't think is necessarily the. I don't think. Yeah, it's not the answer. Because where do we look at it from? Do we look at it from a tournament standpoint, or do we look at it from an amateur golf standpoint to then get more people into the game? And I think that's maybe the place we need to look at it a little bit more, is from a standpoint of getting more people into the game, keeping more people in the game, and getting more people 30 odd years old, and or at least keeping those 20-year-olds in, or getting them in and keeping them in, or juniors keeping. Anyway, we could go forever. We could go forever. You all right? Nearly fell off the chair. You're nuts. Dave Lawrence is exactly right. Look at the longevity of Tom Kite, Corey Pavin, and Fred Funk's careers. You're right. Like those guys won. They done really well. Jim Furyk shot 58. So it doesn't necessarily mean longer is better. You look at Hilton Head. You look at Sawgrass, but it's gotten longer now. So there's so many different things out there and variables to the game, and I think that's what makes the game so brilliant. Is there's so many variables. So that's what we got to do. To me, more tee blocks. I don't think the equipment needs to go much further, if any. The golf ball doesn't necessarily need to go further. You talk to the old timers, the guys that play with Bellata balls. The ball spun like crazy regardless. So yeah, I don't think the equipment needs to go any further than where it is now. The skill still needs to be in the game, which it always will be at every level, the elite level or in the amateur level. But I think making the game a little more fun for the amateur level is not a bad thing, So grassroots is what keeps us alive. Well, you're right, Brad. So it's what keeps us alive. It's just then keeping that person through teenage years, through finding girls, boys, finding alcohol, whatever. Like that's where it's going to be hard. And speaking of that, it's great to see Min Woo, fan of the show, playing really well and having his first win. So my home course has 3 holes set in landing zones. Bun Boogle Blue Tees is so much fun. Totally changes the course. What's the latest no laying up vlog? Kira Island, a scratch marker. Yeah, good call, Matt. I did watch that. So those blokes are really, really good. You're right. You had Solly and you had Neil, I think, playing off the pegs way back. And yeah, you're right. Single markers and really low markers absolutely got destroyed by the wind is one part of it, but it was also the fact that it was very long. Depth perception, all that sort of stuff. So look, I think Solly said he was playing really, really well. He was a couple over and then gassed it. So what are you doing, boy? You know, what's that? Okay, just keep it down a little bit, please. So yeah, I don't think there's a clear-cut answer, guys, but keep the discussion going. Harrison, do you wait, please? Do you need a hand? Do you need a hand?
They're going 4.
Okay, because you're 4. I'm glad. Oh, you nearly dropped it. But yes, I think hard courses are going to be hard courses. And I think this is where it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what golf course. At the end of the day, you're going to have long courses, short courses. You're going to have more bunkers, less bunkers. You're going to have greens that are elevated and running off and not. Again, the variables of a golf course is what makes this, and of the day, is what makes this game so brilliant. That's my opinion. So I think now, how do we, I don't know, do we just accept the fact the way it is? Do we make bifurcation of the rules? I don't know. Do we make the game easier for the amateurs? But again, at what level do we then move it into you can't use that as an elite amateur or wherever? So yeah. Harrison, can you just pipe it down, please? Remove par 5s, long par 4s, PGA Tour. They're almost doing that, 500 yard par 4s. So who knows? Who knows? You good? You eating? You all good? You all good? All right, beautiful. Kids are done. The ravenous kids. We'll get to them. Guys, what do we got here? Best Brisbane suburb to live in when you love golf. Right now I'm living in Toowong, which you've got Indooroopilly down the road, St Lucia down the road, Vic Park down the road. Say hi, Jamie. Everybody say hi to Jamie.
Hello.
You've got Ashgrove up the road. You've got everything pretty damn close. So there's plenty of places. Plenty of places. What do you got here? Sean played his first round of Pennants match 2 weeks ago against a guy who was on average 30 to 40 metres longer, ended up winning distance that isn't everything. No. And I think we might be even getting caught up too much on distance. Like this report comes out and it's the end of the world. Well, it's not. It's the way it's always been. You've had guys like Jack who have always hit it miles, and then you've had guys like Corey who have beaten Jack and whatever else. But I think at the end of it, if you can hit it a long way, make putts and hit it close with your wedges, pretty hard to go past. Pretty hard to go past. What do we got here? Also tighten up fairways at 300 yards. Please don't bump the camera, Harrison. How good is St Lucia looking at the moment? Everywhere at the moment, Daryl's looking brilliant with the rain. So, look, at about 30 minutes, I'm going to finish up. Kids are going to have a bath. You're going to have a bath?
Yeah, that's heavy.
You can both have a bath. But guys, like I said, this is live. This is going to keep going. So hopefully people who watch this afterwards definitely keep the discussion going. And yeah, I think we need to have a little bit of a chat about it. But I don't think it's the end of the world. But like I said, congratulations, Minwoo. We've got Boonah coming up. We've also got a What's in the Bag coming up for me because I do have some new clubs. Only irons and wedges. Harrison, don't kick that, please.
Everybody look at my unicorn.
What did you chop its head off for?
I didn't.
Unicorns have bodies, you know.
I know.
But where's the body?
It just came like this.
Oh, so you cut its head off?
No, it doesn't.
No. Oh, good. What do we got here? Damien Roberts. Why do you always play much better when you play alone? Damien, now, that is a great question. Now, when I play... Because they're over here. So Damien says, why do you always play much better when you play by yourself? Because I want to play better, pretty much. I want to beat myself, I want to beat the course, I want to run you guys through how I play and potentially why I play that way. And I put more emphasis on playing well. And it's also faster. I'm not a slow player, usually get a round done by myself in 4 hours or less. That's pretty much it. It flows well for me, I sort of like how that is. When we're getting a whole lot of people in, it's about a bit of banter, it's about a little bit of fun, and so I think that's where it's hard. Like I still play decent, you know, sort of in amongst others, but no, I generally play better by myself because I enjoy, you know, I want to show you guys me playing better.
And I want to show you guys.
A minion.
Look at my minion.
There's a minion for you. There you go. So yeah, that's why, mate. Drive for show putt.
On that block.
Come on. I'm about to finish the video up, so you guys just keep it down a little bit. You can show the minions off if you want. But drive for show, putt for dough. Oh, Harrison, don't you bump your head?
Yeah.
Okay, just keep that down for a second. Drive for show, putt for dough. I don't agree with that. It's drive for dough, putt for dough. You see the trucks? There you go. That's all right. So,
look at this truck right here.
So drive.
Harry's truck.
That's good. So drive for dough, putt for dough is what I think. Because at the end of the day, every shot counts. Every shot counts. But yes, if you can't putt, you're struggling. Thank you, Damien. I'll definitely be doing some more solo vlogs, so it will be good. Quickly looking down here at Jamie. Can you just stop this for a sec? I just need to have a look at this. Looking at the 2019 season stats, only 3 in the top 10. 3 in the top 10 ranks. Oh, I better go. The missus is calling me. 3 in the top 10 ranks in the longest drives on the PGA Tour on there. That's all right. I know. There's a lot going on. Sorry, I've got to go. I better listen to the missus. 30 minutes is in. Guys, thanks for watching. Richo is 52 or something like that. Guys, thank you for watching. Keep the discussion going. We'll see you next time.
Everybody, say good night.
Say good night, everybody. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Bye.
night. Good night, everybody. Bye. What about you, Harrison?
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Spider! Spider!